Okay. Today topic is major functions sum versus sum x. The difference between sum and sum x. If you go for Excel, go to fact, not sales. Right? What is sales amount? Sales amount. Okay. So we have data like in a product key wise, we have total sales, right? Total sales amount. We see here. So in the DAX, we have two functions are there, sum and sum x. So today I am going to discuss what's sum and sum x. What is the major difference and what is the syntax for that? It can we can discuss in this class today. Okay. So we'll go for the document. So sum versus sum x function. So basically sum and sum x are functions that we can use mainly is to calculate sum of the sales. Okay. For that we can use some functions. So first we'll go for sum function. Sum is a simple aggregation function. It summarize a value based on a filter context. For example, I have a measure like sum of sales. Here, sum of internet sales amount, right? So it will give the total amount. So similarly, how we can sum in the Excel level. So how much it is the sum total, right? For this, we go total sum, right? So sum is total. It will calculate for entire the column level. It is not row by row process. If we go for sum, okay. So uh, how to create sum of sales? Already know we already create total sales. So I have created one measure. Let's say I will recreate. I will remove this one and recreate it. So to remove this measure, there is a delete from model. You can remove it. Okay, I am going to create new measure for total sales. What is the syntax for the DAX? We have to write measure name total underscore sales equal to sum of sales amount. Sum of sales amount. So this is the sum function. What it will do, it will give the total sales for this. So go to the KPI measure. So to 29.36 millions. How much came for us also it is same value it is showing. Okay. So sum x, this is evaluate at the entire the column level, but sum x is will do the row by row process. How it will do the row by row process? Now I want to give the value as the calculation is sales amount minus total product cost. Okay. Okay. I want to give the calculation is sales amount, this one, minus total product cost. So how C2 minus C1. This value minus this value. It will throw no, right? This one give the this is the value. Like that it will be evaluated for entire the column. Okay. Okay. So like that it will be evaluated the result. So here if we go for sum x, it will calculate this value minus this value will give the result. So how we can write in the DAX? Similar way. So we'll go for sum x definition. So let's now calculate for sum of in the sum x. So we want to the margin calculation is nothing but to this is calculation part, and the logic is sum of sales amount minus total product cost. So here what we are doing is sum of sales amount minus total product cost. So if you generally, so we have created a total sales, right? Now create one more measure. So margin cost underscore margin cost equal to. So what is the uh, definition here? What is the margin cost definition? Margin cost is nothing but to total
Total sales minus product sales.
yeah
Sale
total
Product
minus
cost.
sales,
product cost.
yeah total sales minus column or measures, right? So measures, the measures while doing in measure, the columns cannot directly come. So always in the measures we have to give some any aggregated
Function.
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 So sum, when you give sum, now total amount will come. Okay, total sales amount, right? Sales underscore amount.
Total sales minus
Total
sales
sales,
profit.
total sales amount. Yeah, sales amount.
Total.
So this is the logic. Sales amount minus
Total
uh,
cost. Sale.
Sum
uh, minus total product cost. Total, sorry, total product cost. Total sales. No, no, this is not coming. Fact internet sales. Yeah, factory internal sales, and I'm trying to give like this way: total product cost. Okay. Whenever written, it does not accept. Some accept, so it will throw error. The sum function only accept one column. That's the difference. Sum function accept only one column. Okay. So that's the reason we cannot do this kind of calculations by using sum. So for the alternative function is sum
Some
x. Alternative function is sum x. So sum x first required syntax table name is required. What is the table name here? Fact,
fact.
fact internal sales, comma, comma. So what is the columns required here? So to sales
Sales,
amount,
sales,
sales amount minus minus total
product.
product cost. So this is the alternative function to evaluation row by row process. So it will evaluate each row by row process. So how it will calculate each row by row process? This is the definition, right? This minus this will give the result. This one. So if you want to sum multiple calculations, sum or minus or any aggregative function, if we want to at the multiple uh, columns, so sum x does not work. Sorry, sum x bit will work, sum is not work. So the alternative solution will go for sum x. Clear? Very careful. This is very, very important.
Sir, excuse sir.
Yeah.
Sir, we deducted only two. That is the sales and the product. In case one more column deducted from using the sum x.
Sorry. We
Yes, we deducted from sales and product using the
correct.
sum x. In
Yes.
case if I deduct from another column, in case available, can I
Yes,
do
we
it
can.
for the? Huh?
Yes, we can. We can.
Okay, okay.
So
More
yeah,
than two.
yeah, more than two. More than one, I can say.
No, sir, more than.
More than one.
Hmm.
So based on the logic. Okay. And now give one more measure total product cost. Sum of to measure always we can see the output to any visual only. We cannot able to see in the table view the difference between calculated column and
Hmm.
measures, right? So we want to see after creating measure, we want to see the output through any visual only. Like 29 minus 17, right? So 29 minus 17, it will give 12. This is the total sales equal to, sorry, margin cost is nothing but to total sales minus total product cost. 29 minus 17, so 12, right? Round. This is the sum versus sum x. Major difference. So it will
Margin cost
cost,
into profit, sir.
huh?
The margin cost into profit.
Margin cost, the definition is total sales minus total product cost. Okay. So margin cost, what is the logic is sales amount minus product cost. Okay. Now for another three today, another three functions. So what I'm going to discuss about three functions: all accept, AllExcept, and AllSelected. Selected. So this is major important. So we most for any uh, report, this three is mandatory. Without these three, we cannot able to build any visual. Most of time, right? Based on the law, most of time we have to use. So for in our report, most of time we use all accept. I have two tables like orders. So order table looks like order ID, order date, ship mode, customer name, segment, country, city, state. So this is the data for orders. So region, so okay, the order itself, everything I have. Okay. The order itself, I have so like product sales, total sales, product name is there, and sales is there. Okay. So this is the report design part. So we want to implement this one, right? So for any header, you want to go to insert text box. So it will come. Okay. Demo for uh, all, all selected, and all selected and all accept. Okay. And select, change the font size. We use what na generally 28. Yeah, this is fine. So you want to give any color? Okay. And make it alignment as center. No need to give, just click center, it will come automatically. So apply the border. 1 second, please. Yeah. Sorry, guys. So I would like to apply two filters. So segment and region. So here. Segment. Yeah. Apply the filter. So here, see here, there is a slicer. Whenever you want to filter for that segment, click slicer. So it will come slicer option. So whatever the data is there when you click, for example, so let's take three columns. So in the table level, sorry. So I'm going to insert category, sales, product, tourism, profit, order ID, city, right? Like that. Let us assume I have taken this data. When I select consumer, so it will filter out only for consumer. So and also you can mention segment as well as here. So in the segment level, we have only consumer data. So if you remove, so now the data is for all segment like consumer, corporate, and home office. When you click home office, it will filter out only for the segment home office only. Clear? So slicer is nothing but it's a filter in the page in the page, or we can give the same slicer for other pages as well as duplicate. So here also when you select here, it will automatically sync. So you want to give sync. For example, I will remove this one. So whenever copy this one, so copy paste, it will ask slicer sync visuals. One or more copied visuals can you sync? If you give sync, so for example, in the page one I have selected as corporate segment. Even the same will be applicable the filter here as well as. So here I am selecting home office. It will sync the filter for any all the pages. When you apply sync. So now let me change orientation for this filter slicer setting. So there is a style. If you want vertical, like this, it will come. If you want tile, so like this, it will come. If you want drop down, so segment, it will come like this. Okay. So I'm going to right now tile. Okay. Tile. Like this, I'm going now. So now you can click consumer. It will filter out only consumer. When you click home office, it will filter out home office only. Okay. This is a kind of slicer, how to use slicer and what are the options are there. So you want to do any like font size, you want font color, you can change it accordingly. Okay. Accordingly, it will work. Okay. So it will filter out only corporate. I'm taking one more filter as region. So how region also it will apply the same. Okay. So you want to give the background for this one, right? So we'll remove this one. Yeah. You want to background color as different slicer setting values, font color, background color. You have to give blue color and give font size as what the name 20 and change the font color as black. Okay. Now it good. Okay. So by defaultly nothing is selected. When you select, it will highlight. Okay. So now I am going to create region. So one more filter region. So see here, map and field map visuals are disabled right now. To enable them, go to File, Options and Setting, Options, Global Security. So we have to enable the options. So where we can find out these options, go to File and Options, Options and Setting here, and go to Options. Very clearly, go to here, File. Very first step is you have to click File. Then Options and Setting is there. So options. So here we have two kind of options will open. So one is global and current file. So here global and current file. If you set global means whenever any Power BI for the next time it will open, the changes will applicable for all the pages, all the any PBX files. So current file, when you apply the changes, for example, you are applying lot of settings are there. When you apply regional setting or privacy or auto recovery, so it automatically only this effect in the current file. Current file means only this file only. So when you change the global means that is permanently changes and applicable for all the files. Now go to security. Use map and field map visual. Just click here. So that's the change required here. After that, click OK. Map and field map visuals are disabled. We already set, right? Then we have to reopen the file. The changes you want to applicable. Then let's see one more time. We'll recheck whether that is applicable or not. So options, security tab. So we have enabled that option. Use map and field map visuals. Okay. Then so you have to close. I'll see this file, save as, close this device, desktop. Okay. Save. So I'm reopening. The changes you want to reflect, you want to reopen that. Okay. So once the changes is done, right, for the next time it won't come. Okay, so then you have to click see now. Then you have to click slicer. Sorry, you have to click slicer. So tile. So the now one advantage here, when you changes here, right? You already apply all the format options. Go to the format painter and select here. It applicable for all the changes. So no need to again all the changes, right? So that's the one advantage here. So if you whatever the options you have, like options or format options, simply if you keep one for one visuals, so by using format painter, you can the same applicable for another visual. So by using format painter. So okay. So now when you click central, it will filter corporate and central. We have two filters now. So east as well as. See data is changing. Just watch it for west. So if you remove this one also, it will changing the data, right? So this is nothing but a slicers in Power BI level. These are the slicers. Slicers is nothing but it's a filter to filter out the data in the visual level. Okay. So now, so the very first function, all function, right? So very first function is all. Let's go for the document part. Okay. So all function, it is ignoring the filter context and compute the input expression. So ignoring the here filter context is nothing but to in this case, if you go for what is the filter context here. So whenever apply, when you create when you create measure using all, so whenever this filter applied, so it will be ignoring. So do not consider that filter. So right now, if you see here, total sales. Okay, create a measure, new measure, total sales. Total sales equal to sum of sales, order sales, right? So this is the column and created. Okay, now drag and drop this here. This is the total sales. Okay, similar. This one and this one are same. So 429, 620. Yeah. So just a decimal point is different. That's all. Okay, now I'm filtering corporate. Now the total sales is filter out, right? So if when you declare as all, when you declare as all function, it's ignoring the filter context. Whatever we have applied in the slicer level filters are here. There are two types of filters. You go for here slicer or here. These are page level or report level filter, slicer filters. This is visual, like by using slicer is a visual kind of filters, we can use filter out the data, and also we can through there is a filter panel, also there is a filters. By using this one also we can filter out the data. Okay. So it is ignoring the filter context and compute the input expression. It returns the all the rows in a table. Simply all the rows in a table. So all the rows means if I did not select what is the total sales amount, 2297141. This is the total sales amount. So when I applied filter, so it now for the consumers total sales came. So it ignore the filter. Even if you apply consumer also, when you write a all expression, it ignore it. Okay, that's the all function. So let's see next. Okay, how to write for where we can use all function. So all function we cannot use directly. So we have to use all functions through through calculated column or sum x, we can use it. So go to click new measure, or else I can explain it. We already created here all sum x function. Okay, so all sum x function. So sum x syntax is sum x. So in the sum x level, we have to use all functions. So it will, whenever we use all function, it will ignore the filters. So even if you apply any slicer values, it does not filter out. It will give the total amount for the uh, entire the table. So just drag and drop here. Sorry, also max. Just drag and drop here. So you have to click the table, then drag and drop here. So it will come for that. So let's watch it here. So what is the total amount? So 2297,141, right? Right? This is the amount. 22,97,141 rupees total sales. So if we see all sum x also, it is same. So all sum x function also, it is same, right? So it is same. So when you filter out, when you I want to filter out consumer, right? So consumer, see here. So consumer total sales is 11,61,181 rupees. But if you see here all sum x, it does not filter it. Filter out. It does not filter the data simply. It will always return total sales. Even if you apply any filter, any filter here, it is simply ignore it. Clear? Or any questions? Simply it is ignore any filter. You even if you select central, see it does not. It simply it is written total sales only. So it does not apply. It will ignore whenever apply for all function. It simply ignore all the all the filter context. So does not take any slicer filter or row, even filter page, filter pan level filters. Simply ignore it, those filters. So that's the purpose of all function. Okay. So similarly, what is the purpose of all selected? So all selected, simply it will whatever the selected columns. So you have selected columns, it will give total sales. Simply, for example, I have consumer selected, and uh, segment level I have selected consumer, and region level I have selected central. Only look like that will work only for those two. It simply whatever the filters applied, that will applicable in the calculation part. See here, all selected sum function. So same formula, sum x, just I am changing, instead of all selected I am changing. So all sum x, there is all function, directly all. This is table name. Orders is a table name. So orders, and what is the column name? Sales. Simply here the same way. All selected, syntax is sum x, open bracket, all selected, and table name and order sales. So now, so all selected is nothing but whatever the selections, like whatever selected will be give the result. Okay. Simply I can say this result total sales, this result and this result always same. So whatever the filters applied here, it will always, if you give all selected, it will work the same. Okay. So always this should both are same. So whatever the filters applied, it will take that filters and give the result. That's the purpose of all selected. So next one is all except. So all except is another version of all functions. All except ignore all the filters except the column mentioned in the formula, and returns all the rows and all the rows from the table or column. So what is that means? Whenever you apply in the all except, we will accept. So here what is the filter we have given? So in the slicer we have two filters are there. First one is segment, the second one is region. Now I want to give total sum of sales orders all except. So all except. So all except I want to filter out only for region. The total sales, I want to total sales based on region wise total sales it will give actually. But we have two filters. So consume segment and region. But it will give the result is simply region wise total sales it will give. Okay. Region wise it will give the sales. So here I have applied even consumer and central, but this filter it ignore, and only it will give whatever the function all except itself, whatever we have given, it will filter out the data. So region wise it will give the data. So let's see, all except. So simply it will, okay, profit order ID pretty not required. Hmm. What is the all except we are doing? Total sales except region, right? So okay, segment. So region wise we want to total sales. So central. The columns headers will give value. Hold. These are the format options. If you want to, this is the column headers. You want to give any this is font type. You want to give Vardhana, so and give, and you want to also give the colors for font. You can give it, so it will applicable, or we'll go for this color now. You want to give the background color also, it will work for us. Okay, you can change accordingly. This is a table visual. So what is the visual type is, see here, when you click here, it will automatically highlight it, and what you can check what kind of visual we can use to identification. So this is also table visual. See, so if you select this one, what is this visual? See, it is highlighted as a slicer visual like that. I'm taking all this one only, or so take this simple one, format finder, and apply here. Automatically applied. Do not worry, all the changes whatever you applied for the format changes for this visual, just take copy, format finder, automatically it applies. Okay, so if you observe it now, total sales for all functions, if you select any filters for all functions, it is same value. So all sum it will work. So if you, even if you filter out consumer, all sum always give the same amount, right? Print mapping tool, right? I'm taking one snap. So here, so just watch it. I'm going to filter out here. After applying filter, the sum x, right? The sum x does not change. You applied any filter, right? The sum x does not change. Always it represents same value. Okay. So if we apply any filter, so to what is the value? To, yeah, what is the value is always. So I can ignore. So see, if you check here, you apply any filter, I'm going to apply central. Even though the value does not change here, it is a fixed one. Okay. So means whatever it will ignore any filters applied in the page level or report level or slicer level, it will ignore it. Always this filter when you apply all function. So when you apply all selected, whatever the filters are applied, so consumers and the central, whatever the segment filter and region filters applied, it will filter out only those data. See, this value is 2520025. All except, all except, and also the snapshot also. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine. Already is there. When you apply all except, right? So here all except how it will work. So it will always give the total sales. Whenever you apply in the all except, so we want to remove all the filters except region. Remove all the filters. All the filter means here it will remove the filter segment filter, and only filter it will give the region. It will include region filter. So if you see here earlier, so how much central data is there? Here I did not apply any filter in this case. I did not applied any filter. I did not applied region filter and segment filter. So in this case, what is the central? What is the central? For the central, region wise, total sales. What is the central? This is the value for central. Same value we are showing in the here. Even when you apply east, right? What is the east earlier? So 678,764. The same value it is there, 678,764. So all except, it will ignore the filter except other filters, and it will consider as this region filter. But all selected, how many filters are a filter? It will consider. All sum, it ignore all the filters. So the three difference is all sum is it ignore all the filters. All selected is whenever applied any slicer or slicer filter or report level filter, it will applicable. So all except, it will do in the whatever the expression. In the expression we have only done region filter. Out of we have two slicers. Out of two filters, it applicable only this filter. So it will exclude segment filter, and it will include region filter. That's the difference. So when you remove all the slicer, it will give all the result is same. So based on the filter context, it will change. Clear? Or any question? This is major important. If you have any questions, please ask me. I can explain one more time. Guys, question for you all. Everyone understand concept? Kishore, Sai, Pravalika. No one is responding.
Sir, hello.
Hello.
Sir,
Sir, but actually, which is difficult to understand for us.
Okay.
And after the class is over here, na, sir, will you please share that video?
Yeah.
We'll review
Definitely.
it and again get it back to you, sir.
Yeah. So simple.
అదే
Because
సార్
of this,
ఇది సార్ ఇది
because of
దీంట్లో ఏమవుతుందంటే చిన్న చిన్నగా అనిపిస్తుంది సార్. మీరు
yeah, it's
సెలెక్షన్
a
చేసే వరకు
hmm.
ఓకే. కానీ మీరు సెలెక్షన్ చేసేటప్పుడు అట్లా కనిపిస్తుంది. ఏంటంటే
Okay.
ఒకసారి మళ్ళీ చెక్ చేసుకుంటే తెలిసిపోతుంది సార్.
ఓకే. ఇప్పుడు ఏంటంటే సింపుల్ గా చెప్తా చూడండి. మనకు ఆల్ ఫంక్షన్, ఆల్ సెలెక్టెడ్ ఫంక్షన్, ఆల్ ఎక్సెప్ట్ ఫంక్షన్, ఈ మూడు మనకు మేజర్ గా ఈ డాక్స్ ఫంక్షన్స్ ఉంటాయి. సో ఒక పర్పస్ ఏంటంటే ఆల్ ఫంక్షన్ ఏం చేస్తుంది, ఇట్ విల్ ఇగ్నోర్ ఆల్ ద ఫిల్టర్స్. సో వాట్ ఈస్ మీన్ బై ఫిల్టర్ హియర్? సో దీస్ ఆర్ ద ఫిల్టర్స్. సో సెగ్మెంట్ ఈజ్ ఎ ఫిల్టర్ అండ్ రీజన్ ఈజ్ ఎ ఫిల్టర్. నౌ so segment is a filter, here region is a filters. We have two filters. Okay. So when I apply consumer, what is the total sales for consumer? 1161,381, 11,61,381 rupees for the total sales. So in this case, all sum function మనం ఇది all sum function x. ఓకే. ఇక్కడ టోటల్ ఈ ఫిల్టర్ ని ఇగ్నోర్ చేస్తుంది. సో మనం ఏం రాసాము ఆల్ సమ్ ఎక్స్ లో? సో ఆల్ ఆర్డర్ sales, sum x, all orders. Whenever we use all function, it will ignore whatever the filters are there. సో ఇక్కడ మనకు సెగ్మెంట్ అనే ఆర్డర్స్ టేబుల్లోనే కదా సెగ్మెంట్ ఉండేది. ఆర్డర్స్ టేబుల్లోనే రీజన్ ఉంది. ఈ ఆర్డర్స్ టేబుల్లో ఏ అయితే నువ్వు ఫిల్టర్ అప్లై చేశావో, సెగ్మెంట్ అండ్ రీజన్ ఫిల్టర్, అవి ఇగ్నోర్ చేస్తుంది. ఇగ్నోర్ చేసి ఇట్ విల్ గివ్ ద సమ్ క్యాలిక్యులేషన్. దీంతో సంబంధం లేకుండా టోటల్‌గా టేబుల్ లెవెల్‌లో టోటల్ సేల్స్ ఇచ్చేస్తది. అర్థమైందా? మనకి ఇక్కడ చూస్తే టోటల్ సేల్స్ ఎంతొచ్చినాయి ఆ కాలానికి? సింపుల్. సేమ్ అమౌంట్ వచ్చింది. 29,35,867 యాహ్! 10,000, 100,000, 10,000 2 crores. Yeah, 2 crores 93. 2 crores 93 lakhs 58,677 rupees. Okay. Yeah, same amount it will came. So it does not apply any filters. Does not apply. It will ignore simply whatever the filters we applied. It will simply ignore it. Okay. ఇంకా పెద్దది కావాలన్నా చేస్తా నేను. ఓకే. సో ఆల్ సెలెక్టెడ్ ఏం చేస్తదంటే ఇక్కడ ఏదైతే అప్లై చేస్తదో. సో ఇప్పుడు కన్జ్యూమర్ చేసినాం. కన్జ్యూమర్ టోటల్ సేల్స్ ఇది. ఆర్ ఇది. అంటే ఏ ఫిల్టర్ అప్లై చేస్తే ఆ ఫిల్టర్ బేస్ చేసుకొని డాక్స్ ఫార్ములా ఏంటి ఫర్ దానికి ఆల్ సెలెక్టెడ్‌కి? సింపుల్. ఆల్ సెలెక్టెడ్. ఆల్ సెలెక్టెడ్ ఆఫ్ టేబుల్ నేమ్. సో మన ఈ టేబుల్‌లో ఏదైతే ఫిల్టర్స్ అప్లై అయితాయో అవన్నీ నాకు ఆహ్, ఇంక్లూడ్ చేయాలా. నా టోటల్ సమ్ క్యాలిక్యులేషన్స్‌లో. ఐ వాంట్ టు ఇంక్లూడ్ ఇన్ ద ఫిల్టర్ క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ వాటెవర్ ద అప్లైడ్ హియర్ అండ్ ఈవెన్ ఇఫ్ ఐ క్లిక్ రీజియన్, even region also it will be applicable and give the sum. Okay. These two filters while doing the calculation, these two filters will be applicable when I choose as all selected DAX function. So all except. So all except is a different thing. So em chestadante, so whenever it will ignore all the filter except this region filter. సో మనము ఒక 10 ఫిల్టర్స్ అప్లై చేసుకున్నాం అనుకోండి ఈ టేబుల్‌లో. 10 ఫిల్టర్స్‌ని 10 ఫిల్టర్స్‌లో 9 ఫిల్టర్స్ ఇగ్నోర్ చేసి ఈ ఒక్క ఫిల్టర్‌ని ఇంక్లూడ్ చేస్తారు. రీజియన్ అప్లై చేసినప్పుడు. సో మనం ఇక్కడ ఆల్ ఎక్సెప్ట్ రాసినప్పుడు వైల్ డూయింగ్ ద కాలిక్యులేషన్ ఆఫ్ టోటల్ సేల్స్ వి హావ్ టు ఇంక్లూడ్ దిస్ రీజియన్ ఫిల్టర్ అండ్ ఎక్స్‌క్లూడ్ రిమైనింగ్ ఆల్ ద ఫిల్టర్స్. సో రిమైనింగ్ ఆల్ ద ఫిల్టర్ ఇక్కడ మనకు రిమైనింగ్ ఫిల్టర్స్ ఏమేమి ఉన్నాయి యాస్ ఆఫ్ నౌ హియర్ సెగ్మెంట్ ఉంది. ఈవెన్ నువ్వు సెగ్మెంట్ ఉన్నా కూడా ఈ ఫిల్టర్‌ని ఎక్స్‌క్లూడ్ చేసి రీజన్ ఇంక్లూడ్ చేస్తారు. అర్థమైందా? అర్థం కాలేదా? సింపుల్‌గా చెప్పాలంటే మనకు రీజియన్ వైస్ చూసుకుంటే సో ఏం ఫిల్టర్ చేయకముందు రీజన్ ఎంత ఉంటదో అదే వాల్యూ ఇక్కడ రిటర్న్ చేస్తది. అదే వాల్యూ మనకు ఇక్కడ రిటర్న్ చేస్తుంది. మనం సెంట్రల్‌లో ఉన్నాం. సెంట్రల్‌కి ఎంత రిటర్న్ చేస్తుంది? 501227 అట్లా అదే వాల్యూ చేస్తది. అది నువ్వు సౌత్‌కి చూసుకున్నాం. వెన్ యూ క్లిక్ సౌత్ విల్ గివ్ 391715 391715 విల్ గివ్ సేమ్ వాల్యూ. సో ఈవెన్ ఇక్కడ మనకు ఈ ఫిల్టర్స్ అప్లై చేసినా కూడా ఈ ఫిల్టర్స్‌ని కన్జ్యూమర్, కార్పొరేట్, హోమ్ దట్ మీన్స్ సెగ్మెంట్‌ని ఎక్స్‌క్లూడ్ చేస్తది. నువ్వు ఇక్కడ ఏ ఫిల్టర్ అన్నా అప్లై చేసుకో. నువ్వు ఇప్పుడు ఆల్ ఎక్సెప్ట్‌లో ఈ ఫిల్టర్ హోమ్ ఆఫీస్ పెట్టినా నీకు అదే వాల్యూ వస్తది చూడండి. నేను హోమ్ క్లిక్ చేసినా కూడా నాకు ఇదే వాల్యూ వస్తది. ఈవెన్ ఇక్కడ ఇది క్లిక్ చేసినా ఇదే వాల్యూ వస్తది. అంటే ఈ ఫిల్టర్‌ని నువ్వు ఏమన్నా చేసుకో. నాకు ఆ ఫిల్టర్‌తో సంబంధం లేదు. ఓన్లీ ఐ హావ్ టు ఫిల్టర్ ఔట్ రీజియన్. ఇట్ విల్ ఇంక్లూడ్. సో ఇక్కడేంటంటే ఇట్ విల్ ఎక్స్‌క్లూడ్ సెగ్మెంట్ ఫిల్టర్ అండ్ ఇంక్లూడ్ రీజియన్ ఫిల్టర్. అర్థమైందా? వెరీ, వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ కాన్సెప్ట్. ఇది మీకు అర్థం కాకపోతే ఇట్లాంటివి మనం అన్ని డాక్స్ ఫంక్షన్స్‌లో ఇచ్చేసుకోవాల. ఒక మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ టైమ్ రిపోర్ట్‌లో ఇచ్చేస్తాం.